Talking about fantastic people, tonight here in the City of Greater Geelong Council Chambers, the 14th annual presentation of the Police Officer of the Year Award, a great community event and one where a very worthy winner has been selected.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. Look, it's a great event. You know, the police have got a tough gig. You know, they're never right in a lot of people's eyes, but policing over the years has changed. Their community service is just fantastic, and these guys that were nominated tonight, and they're only the tip of the iceberg. You know, like policemen out there all over the state, for that matter, go beyond the call, and they really do. Well, they are part of our community, and they really represent our community fantastically. So I take my hat off to them.
Now, you mentioned in your presentation to start with, we wind the clock back a bit here in Geelong, and there's been some great characters as far as policemen are concerned. You mentioned Stan Woolard. We think of Basil Coughlin.
Yeah, Basil Coughlin.
He was Chief Officer in charge of the South End Goal at Cardinia Park for many years.
He certainly was.
Normie Robb.
They
checked your breath as you went into the Palais on Saturday nights.
They certainly did. Stokesy was another one. Cookie was another one. They were on the door at the Eureka. Oh, yeah. Like, policing's definitely changed since those days. You know, like as I said in the speech, as a young boy, there's no doubt it would have been my fault. You know, the best part of the policeman's armoury was his great size 14 shiny boot that he'd stick up your bottom, you know. And if you went home and told your old man that you just got a kick in the bum by the copper for doing something wrong, he'd give you a clip over the ears for doing something wrong, you know. Or they'd take the valves out of your bike when you're riding around at night without any light. And, you know, in all honesty, they were looking after you. So, you know, they're a fantastic organisation. You know, there's no doubt about that. They've got a tough job. They attend the worst accidents. They attend domestics. But that's just part of their job. The work that they do with community groups and in the community, I know the work they do on the safety committee. In actual fact, Rollo, I was at a youth awards presentation the other night, and the Corio police were nominated by the Corio community for an award. And, you know, some 20 years ago that would never have happened. And it's a credit to everyone concerned. You know, the police, they're just doing a fantastic job. They are unsung heroes, so to speak.
Without any question, and great leadership. We've got Superintendent Peter O'Neill, a man with rapport, a man with character, and a man who obviously, like today, was even saying that he was out walking the beat this morning, talking to the people of Geelong as he walked around the city. Yeah, and that's, look, whilst we're the second city of Victoria, we're still, you know, a small town, you know, with some 200 odd people, so it's not that small. But, you know, that's what Peter does so well, and that's what the police and you know your local representatives do. Get out amongst the community, because you don't know what's going on unless you're out there amongst them. And we are parts of the community, and the police are a part of the community. So to have the superintendent of police feel comfortable to do that, you know, it shows great leadership. And of course, you get it first here on Channel 31. On News Geelong, with news out of our great city. The winner of the Rotary International 14th Annual Award for the Police Person of the Year here in our great city of Geelong. It's congratulations to Acting Sergeant Shane Connolly. Congratulations, Shane.
Thank you very much. It was a fantastic award. Just to get nominated was sensational, but to win it was a bit of a shock. But no, I'm really pleased.
And we can thank the sponsors, Bendigo Bank.
Rotary and the City of Greater Geelong sort of really support us at our station, so it's fantastic to receive an award set up by the community.
Must have been a nice feeling standing back there when it was announced you came up to receive your award. Superintendent Peter O'Neill had some very kind words to say about you. It's nice to hear it from the top.
Yeah, no, it is good. I knew Mr O'Neill years ago. He was my inspector when we were playing clothes back in Russell Street. And he was and sort of kept in contact over the years, so he sort of knew a bit of my history, and he's a really nice guy. He sort of does the right thing by the community and the members, so it's sort of good that he sort of kept abreast of what I do, so it's good.
A Shepparton boy who joined the police force, was it always a dream?
Yeah, it probably was from a young age. Sort of grew up playing sport and then decided I better get a career, and ended up sort of the police force popped up, so joined in about 89 and stayed within Melbourne so I could play basketball and football, and then sort of along the ways you stayed in the suburb and then made me way down here. Actually, I was just told by my wife it's time to move, so I had to leave Melbourne and down here to have children.
We've come to a great city, in that of the city of Greater Geelong. You're based out at the Corio Police Station.
Yeah, that's right. Been there for 4 years now.
How are you finding that? Because, in all fairness, I'm a northern suburbs born and bred. Over the last particular decade and a half or so, there have been the difficulties out there, and there's been a lot of hard work put in by community groups in association with the Victoria Police Force in order to re-imagise and lift the culture of the people in Corio.
Yeah, I think we got a lot of members who, it's an older station, there's a lot of older leading senior connies and senior constables. It's a lot of members who are actually from that community, and it's good to have sort of their knowledge of when they were growing up. They know the sort of the pitfalls. So what we've done probably over the last year and a half, 2 years or 3 years, probably zoned more into connecting up with their community groups, setting up better liaison in order to assist those areas. But in saying that too, it's us getting to know the community groups who can assist us, because as you said, it's a very poor sort of an area. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say poverty, but it's it can be influenced. People can be influenced by crime, probably quite easy. Domestic violence is another area we've really zoned in on, but by just sort of working all together, you can't do it on your own. So you've got to go outside the square and get those groups involved, and sort of started working on the youth and the elderly and the diversity of the area that's starting to change, and then working together with the Corio Shopping Centre and the bigger affiliated areas. And I think once we're still working on it, we're getting there. And we've had a lot of positive response. So if we keep going on the road we're going, it should work out all right.
Yeah, some little birdie told me you had a trip up to Darwin last year. You and some of your fellow police officers organised a trip up there. Tell us about that.
Yeah, there was Craig Edwards from Watherong, deals with setting up the Aboriginal Victorian junior basketball teams, and it's a sponsorship by Victoria Police. They're allowed to take away a member, and I grew up playing basketball, and as a result he sort of rang up, and they were short on got stuck and needed a coach, so they rang up and said, would you like a trip to Darwin? And thought it was a trick question, so we'll go to Darwin. So it was good, and I grew up in Shepparton with a lot of Koori people, so it was actually good. I got to the airport and met all my friends who I grew up with, and so we all went up to Darwin, and it sort of worked out really well. And a lot of the kids I was coaching I didn't know, but I sort of grew up with their mothers playing basketball in Shepparton, mothers and fathers. So, yeah, no, it was a really good sort of connection to the community with them, and it was fantastic. I don't think the members at the station were too happy I was away for a week, but I enjoyed it, so it was good, and the bosses let me go and authorised it, so it was fantastic.
Well, congratulations on your award. You joined a number of other great people, Police Officer of the Year since 1995, all the way through to 2009. I've got to give my one of my dear friends, Senior Constable Amanda Evans from the soccer unit. Hello, Amanda. How are you, sweetheart? And yourself, Jane, congratulations again. A terrific. Well, keep up the great work out there. I know that Councillor Kylie Fisher, our Kylie, together with the City of Greater Geelong, are putting a lot of resource and effort into lifting the re-imagising and regenerating the cultures that we knew as kids out in the northern suburbs. So congratulations again. Keep up the great work, and enjoy your football and basketball.
Great, thanks for that. Appreciate it.
You've been on News Geelong. No, you've been on Good Morning Geelong here on Channel 31. Until next Saturday morning at the same time, Rollo saying bye for now.